Hello S3 and welcome back to your final lesson on A Midsummer Night's Dream. Today's lesson is going to focus on essay writing and it's going to be discussing what your essay task is going to be and how you're going to go about writing it. So just to give you a little bit of a reminder of what we've covered already, here is our table. So we've covered Acts 3, 4 and 5 and we've discussed key scene, structure and theme, and today, as we say, we're going to be discussing how to write an essay on A Midsummer Night's Dream. So here is your essay task. The question that we're going to be looking at is how are different kinds of love portrayed in Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream? So the first thing we need to do is we need to talk about different kinds of love in the play. So there are lots of different kinds of love in the play and they're all portrayed differently. So here is a couple of examples. So we've got romantic love obviously in the play and we see that most commonly between Hermia and Lysander. We've also got jealous love between Oberon and Titania, friendly love between Helena and Hermia. We've got unrequited love between Helena and Demetrius. Unrequited, remember, just means when you love someone and they don't love you back. And lastly, we've got love out of a sense of obligation. And that can be seen between Theseus and Hippolyta, but also between Helena and Demetrius. And remember that when we say love out of obligation, we mean that if you feel obligated to do something, it means you feel that you must do it, but you don't necessarily want to do it. So we've got 5 different key kinds of love being discussed in the play. So as well as your introduction and your conclusion, you should aim to write 1 paragraph on each of these kinds of love. So in total, your essay should be 7 paragraphs long. And how are we going to produce those paragraphs? Well, as usual, we're going to use the Peel paragraph structure. So we're going to be using Peel paragraphs in our essay. This is the same structure you've used in all the essays you've written so far, but just to give you a reminder of what Peel stands for. The P is for point. So what are you going to be talking about in this paragraph? Only discuss 1 point per paragraph. So each paragraph should only focus on one thing, and in our essay that means only 1 kind of love per paragraph. E is for evidence, so this is where you need to prove your point by including a quote that backs up what you're trying to say. And you can look at your key quotations sheet when you're doing this if you need to. A is for analysis, so you need to explain what is important about that quote. What does the writer mean when they say it? Which techniques are being used? What do you think we're supposed to be thinking about? And last of all, L for link. This is where you link back to the essay question and you explain what all of this has got to do with your essay question. So what does the Peel structure look like for this essay question? There are different kinds of questions you should be answering for each section of your paragraph. So for your point, which kind of love will you be talking about in that paragraph? Explain where you see that kind of love in the play. For evidence, include a quote which shows this kind of love in action in the play, and remember to refer to your key quotes sheet to help you with that. For analysis, what do we learn from this quote? Which techniques have been used? And why is this important to the play overall? And for link, what do we learn about this kind of love from your chosen quote? How is it being portrayed to us? Is it good, bad, something else? So we need to get thinking about making a start with these essays. A sentence stems PDF has been added to your team's assignment to help you write your essay. You don't need to use the sentence stems sheet, but you can if you'd like to. You'll also see that a blank Word document has been added, and this is where you should type your essay. Your only task for this lesson is to open the essay writing document and begin your introduction, so that I can make sure everyone is able to access the work and type on the page properly without any issues. So remember to look at your key quotations sheet and the sentence stems sheet if you need to while you write your essay. So you should pause the video and do that now. Okay, and for success criteria, very important, you need to make sure that your essay meets these criteria before you hand it in. And remember, you can ask for help with this at any time. So first of all, technical accuracy. As you're writing, make sure that you're using capital letters, full stops. Make sure that you're checking your spelling is accurate as best you can and that you go over it and proofread your work before you turn it in. Make sure that you've used the peel structure in every paragraph. The sentence stems sheet will help you do this, and you can come back and watch the video at any time as well. Make sure that you've actually answered the essay question, although if you follow the peel structure properly and do the link back, then you should be halfway to answering the question and the rest comes in the conclusion. So make sure you actually answer your essay task question. Include a personal response. So again, that's covered at the conclusion stage of your essay. And last of all, try and aim to write around 800 words. So this essay is due on Monday the 8th of February. Both of your English lessons for next week will be used as a drop-in for support with your essay, so you won't be given any extra lessons or work to do during this time. So that's the end of this lesson video. Please make sure that you tag me on Teams and ask me for any help with this work, or if you've not understood any of the instructions that you've been given today. Okay, well done.